Hello Hot Tamales, welcome back to the channel. Today we have something exciting because I just got it in the mail. We're going to be doing an in-depth review of the new Jeffree Star x Shane Dawson Conspiracy Eyeshadow Palette. Here it is in the box right here. I'm going to go ahead and open this so we're going to review it. Let's talk a little bit about the background of this palette, shall we? I have my handy dandy notes because I did some research before I came into this. So let's talk a little bit about the palette. Oh girl, I have a glass of water. If you do not have a glass of water, I recommend you go get you some water, girl. Stay hydrated out here, okay? Our Conspiracy Palette is serving you the combined worlds and minds of Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, featuring 18 shades of our iconic eyeshadow formulas, matte, metallic, and foil. So there's a lot going on in this palette already because we're getting 18 shades. From what I've seen, it looks like it'll be interesting. It definitely looks like a Shane Dawson palette. It's organized, but it also feels so disorganized. Like, I don't know if y'all feel that way, but it's like the top row is neutrals, middle rows are your colorful creative colors, last row there's a lot going on with the darks, and it's just very interesting because it's disorganized because there's a lot of different vibes going on in the palette. We definitely have a lot going on with the fact that we have some mattes, some metallics, and we have foils going on in this palette, so I'm really excited to play with those. Y'all know what those are. If you don't yet, let me explain. You know, mattes are your flat shades, your neutrals, your browns, your beiges. They don't really have any shimmers in them. They're just very flat. It also has metallics. And metallics are like shimmers because they have like little glitter particles in them. But this one, they're even finer to create a more metal-like finish. So that's gonna be very interesting to see. And he actually has foils, which sometimes are wetted before application. They help give a more grainy metal-like shine, almost very similar to that of a metallic shade. I made sure my phone was charged to last me this whole time. So bitch, you better not turn off on me. Really love the design of this palette. I love the texture of it. I love how I can feel the little lines going around it. You can definitely tell that there was some thought put into this. I love this. In person, this looks beautiful. Now, before we go any further, as y'all just saw the colors, I'm very interested to see how these apply on the eye, because sometimes when you put them on your wrist or other areas, they apply much differently when you put them on the lid of your eye. I love the different symbols that he used inside each of the palettes. If y'all can see, I hope y'all can. I'm trying to like get it to the light comes. Like if y'all can see that, like I'm loving that. I'm loving those images that he put in there, like the root beer, the Shane Dawson logo. Jeffree Star's mirror is better than my mirror. Oh, you can see my acne. Oh, this is a clear mirror. Oh, girl. Right now, what I see on the Jeffree Star palette is a PETA cruelty-free logo. I believe this is PETA's, I'm not sure. Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson is cruelty-free. So I'm gonna take not a fact. We're just gonna take a little bit of that, dust it off a little bit. Let's see what we get. The bonding power of a new palette. That's what I really want to test here. Can it hold well? This is definitely not a color that you need to like press hard into. You don't need to do all that, because this is very pigmented. The next shade we take, we're going to actually go in with Pigment. Again, this is another shade that you don't have to dip too far into. Dust it off a little bit. And we're going to go in and we're just going to kind of like give that right on the outer edge of this purple. We're going into our next color for the lid, and that's going to be Sleep Paralysis. See how that sticks. Okay, I see you. It's definitely giving me some vibes. If you're somebody who's looking for palettes and you don't have a lot, this is definitely well worth the investment. Now I'm gonna go with my finger usually. What I do sometimes is I'll take my finger like this and I'll just apply on top, because sometimes I feel like my finger actually gets the pigment down a little bit better. We're gonna take Trisha and we're gonna put that right under our brow. Highlight that pink a little bit that we already have there. And now I'm gonna go into this shade Ranch. As y'all can see, this first shade Ranch, just highlight. I'm gonna take that and put that right in my inner eye and use this as like a little highlight right there, like, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the other eye and I'm gonna finish that, and then I'm gonna go and wrap this whole look together, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. I'm gonna have to do some more looks to really gather my final thoughts on the whole palette, but for right now, I'm actually like, I'm not mad at it. This palette definitely gives me an older generation vibe, maybe old like rock star vibes. Definitely, like I could definitely see like somebody like Madonna wearing this palette on stage. This definitely gives me early 2000 vibes at times as well. Not Madonna is not from the early 2000s for any of you who are watching this. Madonna's older than that, but this definitely gives me early 2000 vibes as well. It's a very interesting shade range. I enjoyed it. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's definitely very fun. It's just the layout of the palette itself is not cohesive at all. You have your naturals up here, like I said earlier, your bold, bright colors, and you have a lot of dark colors. So I kind of like how you get the variation in color, but it doesn't have really a cohesive theme. Definitely can see where I've seen a lot of other videos saying that this is a hard palette to work with. I can definitely see where they're coming from with that aspect, but the pigments themselves are very creamy, they blend well, and they lay down nicely. You just kind of have to work with the palette a little bit. But it's definitely one of those palettes where I feel like I had to sit down, look at it, and kind of figure out what shades I wanted to use. However, I did like it. I used it as highlight. I don't know. I approve of it. It was definitely very interesting. I like the fact that it's vegan, it's cruelty-free. You can really tell that he put a lot of thought into the packaging, which I especially like because it feels nice, it looks nice. So there's definitely a lot of thought that went into this palette. I like how it's not just flat like a lot of palettes. Like it's definitely very unique with this pop-up top almost. It has this very clear mirror on the inside. That's beautiful. The shades are nice. The shades are creamy. You do not need to like stab your brush into there like some palettes. It works fine. It blends nicely. So those are my final thoughts. This was an amazing palette. I really had fun with it. I'm definitely gonna keep playing with it and posting more tutorials on here about different shades. If you are looking for an eyeshadow palette and you've never tried Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette, this one is a very nice one. It's a Shane Dawson Jeffree Star collaboration, as we all know. It is very nice. The pigments are very good. This is still very good quality. I have not tried his other palettes, though I'm sure his other palettes are just as amazing. This is definitely worth the price that you're paying for it. Now that it's nighttime, it's time for me to go out, edit this video, go ahead and grab some new setting spray because I'm out of setting spray, I'm out of eyelashes, I'm out of a lot of things. But it's time for me to go and grab all that stuff. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, my hot tamales, and I will see you next time.